Joined here by David Gibons. And David, we appreciate you joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So how are you feeling? We're, like we were talking about, nice to be back out there. About a month into the season, how do you feel you're kind of been playing and the team so far?
It's been great so far, man. I mean, first two series were kind of those get back into it, after a year of not playing St. Martin's and getting that warm-up in. Then we went over to Ellensburg, played Central. I feel like kind of let a few games slip away there, split that series, but I think we had a strong series this past weekend. Some great performances all around, and going to keep that rolling into next week.
Yeah, how nice is it just to be back out there like we talked about? It's been over a year. You would take us back to last year. You're just getting a few series under your belt. Mm-hmm. Season gets halted. What was it like just trying to stay, active and, keeping things moving to then get back to this point?
Man, it's great. I mean, it was tough to, when I was back home to find times and spots to work out really, but I mean, it makes you appreciate the game even much more. So, I mean, we're out there every day and working hard and knowing that, anytime it could be shut down. We don't know what's going on in the world, and, we just give it our all every time. So, yeah.
Looking at you personally out to a good start. Those first two series, you had some big hits out there.
Mm-hmm.
What's it been like for you, for your approach kind of at the plate to give you that hot start to start the season?
Yeah, for me, I mean, like you said, it's my approach, and if I stick to it, man, it's special. But I mean, a lot of it is the behind the scenes work. Coach Rat's giving us scouting reports, and all the guys in the dugouts that are grinding, tendencies and what the pitches look like. If the slider's quick, if it's a slow slider, all that kind of stuff. All that behind the scenes stuff, it really helps us out a lot.
How much did it help too? Because this team, a lot of the guys are back. So you got to see a lot of the guys from last year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the seniors came back for another year.
Yeah.
How nice is it to have that continuity of a lot of the guys back that each other and have that chemistry together?
This team, it's really tightly knit. I mean, with all the guys coming back from last year, and I just think that we have a special team here. In terms of we lean on each other, we trust each other, and I think it's gonna if we just keep doing that. Keep leaning on each other, keep trusting each other, it'll be a really special season for us.
We've seen you just in the field and batting so far, but we know you can also throw it too. So, I mean, no innings so far this year, but, I mean, what is it kind of like being that dual guy that can also take the hill when needed?
Yeah, I'm a big, whatever the team needs me to do, I'll go out and do it. If they need me to throw 3, if they need me to start, I'll go out and do it. But, I've pitched my whole life since I was a kid. I've loved it, and I've also loved hitting. And, being able to come to a school like this and do both and have the opportunity to do both, it's really special.
Yeah, that kind of leads into it too. What kind of brought you to Western Oregon? You're a transfer guy from Washington originally, so I mean, what was it like to come to Woo, and what was kind of the draw for you to come here?
Yeah, out of junior college, I didn't really have any looks out of high school. I was just went to Edmonds for my 2 years, but out of junior college, I got looked at by a lot of programs. Came down here, met with Walker, and I loved his style. It was really similar to my junior college coach's style, and one that I appreciate. And this program is so historically well known for championships, and every program that I've been at has been a championship team, and that's what I looked for, and it drew me here for sure.
When you look at the game of baseball, you kind of touched on it, but what was kind of the main draw for you growing up? What have you enjoyed the most? When you're out there hitting, you're out there pitching a big strikeout, what is it that kind of gets you going the most about the game?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like, I love it because it humbles you, man. It's a humbling game. It's, you fail 7 out of 10 times. You got to pick yourself up every time. So it's one of those games where you can't get too high and you can't get too low, and I think that's what's really, really drawn me about it since I was a kid.
And how about you? In the classroom, what are you majoring in, and what do you hope to do once you graduate?
I'm a business major. I've got a concentration in finance. I'm looking to go into portfolio management when I'm a little older, but right now we're worried about getting a championship.
Yeah, and that's the last thing too. Just how nice is it to be? Some of the games in here now. We just had that home series, a lot of home games to kind of start the year. How nice is it to kind of start off at home, and then we got another home set here with St. Martin's.
Yeah, it's great. Get comfortable playing again, and some guys have had some great performances. Just thinking about this past weekend, I mean, PD came out game 1 and he had a great performance. Some great hitting performances that first day too. Cord had a good day, Herzog had a good day, and then Dunny came out game 2. That was a big day 1 for us, and day 2, we struggled that first game, and it felt like one of those games every team has in a season where it's just nothing's working. It's just a game you just wash. And the nice thing about doubleheaders is you have another game to to come back, and we did that, and I think that showed a lot about our team.
All right, David. Well, we really appreciate swinging by and catching up with us. Best luck this season, and we'll be talking to you here soon.
Thanks, Brian.